Hi, this is Christine from Christine's Corner. We're here at Brian's Angels at the corner of Summer and Center. And we are also going to be talking to some of the clients that come here and how Brian's Angels have helped them. And also some volunteers who started as homeless and now they're volunteering themselves here. And they've come a long way.
Mo,
Hi Mo.
how you doing?
Good. How has Brian's Angels helped you?
Oh, I don't even know where to begin. Brian's Angels, first of all, lifts your spirits when you think there's no help around. She serves hot meals every day. I've been in this facility. Went to the facility when it was over by the Bristol shelter, St. Vincent de Paul, for quite some time. She gives out clothing. She's, supportive in so many ways that, it's almost impossible to express. And after all that she went through and the loss of her son and dedicating herself to this mission that she's on, I think is more than inspirational. I mean, I think it takes a lot to step forward after such a loss and pay it forward, which she's done tenfold. I mean, she could never repay it as much as she's done so far. She, gives out stuff for sleeping bags, tents to, people who are out on the street and, in the elements of the weather and the winter, jackets, boots, everything. She gives all the time. Brian's Angels is, a place filled with angels.
How did she help you personally?
Oh, I've gotten clothing from Pat, boots in the winter, mittens, hats, scarves, gloves. When it was cold out, of course, hot meals, smiles, hugs, support, just gift cards to eat, here in the area. She's, given so much to everybody. She constantly is giving, and she's never stopped. I mean, she just is always here, day in and day out.
Are you homeless or are you on your own?
I'm on my own.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, thank you.
That's half the battle.
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, there are others that are still out in the elements, whether it be this brutal heat in the middle of June or the dead of winter. It's very difficult for the homeless in our town and any other town in the state of Connecticut. That we have many hundreds of homeless people. Some seek help and some don't. Some retreat into their corner and stay, and we need more people perhaps to seek them out and reach out and, bring them things. And that, someplace like this is open door to, people that are on the street or need, help. I mean, I don't come every day. I come, back to visit and see people. And I was given this opportunity to speak from my experiences in the past with Pat and Brian's Angels. And I'm happy to stand here and say, there's so many things I could go on and on about her, Pat and what she's given just personally to myself, but what I've seen her, give and provide to the community at large is, there's just no words to express how much she has given. But, the city of Bristol is blessed to have Brian's Angels here on a daily basis. I can say that.
It's good that Pat got it started.
Yes, I mean, like I said, with her experience and the loss of a loved one, such as a child and her son, that, inspired her to bring Brian's Angels, from an idea and a vision and a thought to, a reality for the people. And it's been, years and years now, and we all hope, on a daily basis, and we don't ever forget, her loss. When we see her, I'm always grateful and thankful that she keeps going. I mean, it's not always easy. There are people who offend her and come in and aren't always, as appreciative as you might think they could be or should be. But they're here getting fed. And even though she may, they may cross her, she'll give you a bag on the way out the door, but you'll get your meal. So she's more than generous, and she's great beyond words.
Well, thank you very
My
much.
name is Lydia Pereira. I'm from Brazil originally, and New York. Okay,
Do that again, just up louder.
up louder. My name is Lydia Pereira. I'm originally from New York City. I came down here in 1990, but I became addicted and on the streets. Brian's Angels. I met Pat personally through someone else called Nellie Marson. Nellie was the one that introduced me to Pat. At the time, I was really, really bad in an addiction that was dragging me really solid. I wasn't taking showers. I was depressed. I was going through a lot. And at the time, all the things happened. Pat was the one there to help me through it. And here we are today, 5 years later, 20 years clean, and back on the track. I'm here again with Pat, and she's helping me out again. But this time I don't have the addiction. I'm away from that. I've been clean, but I'm homeless due to landlords being greedy. And now I'm here again knocking on Pat's door. And Brian's Angels have been here for quite some time, helping not only me, but others like me. Whether we're in the street, whether we're in a home, whether we old, young, Pat has been there for all of us. It's like she's an angel herself. And I am grateful to have known her. She is a pillar in this community, and nobody knows how much she has done for all of us, including myself.
How did she help you?
She has put me in her car. She has taken me to buy clothes. She has taken me to a hospital to get checked out. She has put me like one of her children, basically, even though our ages are not just far apart. But believe me, she's just been like a mom to me and to a lot of others.
Well, I commend you for that's very hard to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you're just as grateful to be with Brian's Angels
Mm-hmm.
and Pat to do what you did.
Yes. Not only that, she knew Nellie Marson. If it wasn't for Nellie, I would have never met Pat. You know. Yeah, that's how you know. Networking does work.
Yeah.
It does work.
Well, you look fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And sorry for what you have to go through. I'm glad you're on the way to amends again.
I'm just hoping that everything turns out for the best, like always.
I'm sure. All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Elaine Foley.
How has Brian's Angels helped you?
Actually, I didn't think I needed Brian's Angels because I was doing really well. And believe it or not, this is my church. I grew up in the room that we're using for Brian's Angels. And my heart goes out to Pat because I know why she's doing it. I am a survivor of domestic violence, and I have been diagnosed with ADHD. And how she's helped is she's here when we need her. You don't know what you're getting for volunteer work, and you don't know what you're getting for lunch, but the volunteers and the donations have been a big help to all of us. I'm more here for the comfort. I have actually a couple of peers that went to school with me, and it's just a nice place to go because A, it is a shelter, but B, it's nice that someone still cares about us. I never thought my life would come to this, and unfortunately, I did stand up for domestic violence, which I am happy about, but it's changed my life. And I'm just grateful that I'm in a small apartment, and I'm just grateful that I can come here and grab a lunch and have some comfort time and know I have somewhere. But what's special is our church volunteers helped her come in here because she cares about all of us.
That's good that you're not homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And she still helps you, of course.
Yeah.
long has it been since you've been away from the domestic violence in your life?
Actually, the real one, 25 years.
Good for you.
It's not that easy, and I'm not going to tell my story. I was just grateful that, I am just grateful that God let me have real healthy children and had a safe place for them to go, per se. And I was blessed again at 38 with a healthy young son who's now 20. My oldest daughter is 31 and helping me with my son who's 20 who wanted to be a mechanic. And we did lose his dad to alcohol poisoning. And
Very sorry to hear.
yeah, but what Pat does, and I had to ask to be here because I am not homeless. We all make our choices, but it's not fair for anybody to be without shelters or food. So I'm grateful that Pat goes out of her way to make sure she finds a way for housing and food and any other comforts like laundry carts. We're just really proud to have her. I'm proud that my church also wants her.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Dee. How has Brian's Angels helped you?
I wouldn't know where to start, but let's see. Until you've lost everything in life, people wouldn't even imagine how it is to feel like there's nothing out there. And I met Pat after losing pretty much everything in my house and not knowing where I was going to sleep or whatever. And Pat helped me out tremendously. You know, let's say Brian's Angels. That's what it stands for. Her and her volunteers are just what it says, Brian's Angels. I mean,
how did she help you?
Look, she handed me a tent and told me to find a place safe and made sure I ate, you know, and pretty much in life you go to work every day to put a roof over your head and food on the table. So, you know, she did that for me when I didn't know what I was going to do.
So how is it from then to now? What are you,
hope, you know, and you know, getting back to, you know, what everybody considers quality of life, you know.
So you're in your own place now?
I'm on my way.
On your way?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. But, you know, that's Brian's Angels is just what it stands for. That's about it. That's what all I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thanks. Can you give me your name?
My name is Michael Flaherty. Oh, sorry. My name is Michael Flaherty.
So how has Brian's Angels helped you?
Pretty much in any way and every way possible. I've been on the street since June 1st of last year, and I met Pat 2 weeks after that, and she has helped me tremendously. I mean, I literally spent last winter outside when it was like negative 12.
Wow.
But the thing is, she always made sure I was taken care of, without a doubt.
How did she help you? Did you sleep on the ground or in a tent?
Now, she's given me tents, sleeping bags, everything from footwear to keep myself warm, basically. Pat is like a godsend, without a doubt. I'm sorry, I'm kind of sweating. It's a little hot out today.
Yeah.
But no, she has done everything and anything that she possibly can for me. I love that woman to death.
Do you want to say how you ended up in the streets?
I spent 2 years in prison, and I got out in the midst of COVID. So I didn't have a place to go. And I ended up back in Bristol because my ex-wife lives here in Bristol. And I don't know. I came back to Bristol because I grew up in Woolcott. So I came back to this side of the state. I was out in Willimantic for 5 months, 7 months, something like that. But it did, you know, there was nothing out there as far as anything, as far as jobs or whatever. Now I'm working.
Good.
Thank
Very
God.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working for about a month and a half now. I actually got approved for housing assistance.
Oh, how did you get that?
Had to wait a year.
Wow.
But you know what? I mean, I literally waited the year out. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Everybody's like, "Are you kidding me? You lived out when it was negative 12?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I had like 9 sleeping bags, so
Wow.
I wasn't exactly cold."
Yeah, I was going to ask, how did you survive with negative 12?
Well, I mean, you put a couple underneath you, you put a whole bunch on top of you, and you deal with it. The problem was, I couldn't get a job because of COVID for like 7 months while I was in
Yeah.
no, not a rehab, what do you call it? When you get out of jail, but you're not actually released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I spent like 7 months in there.
Halfway house.
Yeah, halfway. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just choose not to remember it.
Yeah.
Because that's like bad part of the life. But after I got out of there, I ended up coming back to Bristol. And like I said, my ex-wife lives in Bristol. That's why I only really ended up back here. I mean, I probably would have ended up in Waterbury, which would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the thing is, I mean, now I work right down the street. I got a good job. I just got approved for housing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was all on Mary Ann, to be honest with you.
Social worker?
Yes. Yeah, she's my caseworker.
Caseworker.
Yeah. And so I'm just waiting for a phone call now so I can like finalize all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And within probably another week and a half, I should have a place to live.
Good for
And
you. Good for you.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Pat has already told me, she says, listen, she has so many storage units all over town. She says, if you need furniture, let me know. So that's one of the best things, because I won't have to pay for it. Because, I mean, she knows how hard I've been trying for a year to better my life. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, everybody runs into hard times, but my hard times have been going on for way too long now. You know, but without people like Pat or Agape, or, you know, I mean, well, especially Pat, I should say, I wouldn't have had this opportunity. I mean, she basically kept me alive for the last year. She does what she does out of love. And I love that woman to death, without a doubt. She is the most beautiful, heartwarming person I have ever met in my life.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.